theme of this camp. It's been like training in lots of different places, training with lots of different partners, and just getting input from so many people with different styles has been a really fun way to expand this camp.
I'm a footsie girl now. Surprise! I'm a very non-confrontational gal, so I was like, I don't know. But if I was, oh dude, I was like, I wish I would have been there. I wish I would have been there.
Happy Thursday. We are here at Gracie at Glendale. It's my friend, Professor Robert's school. And sometimes we come up here, we do this 8:30 a.m. session. Super fun. It's like a private training session. There's usually a lot of guests in from different places, but it's also Mario Lopez's training session, which it's funny because when Robert first invited me, he basically invited me to come and like teach some stuff, and just like I think he brings in a lot of different instructors from Mario at different times, and it ended up being a really cool connection because we got to teach. I brought Chris with me. We both taught, and then just had a lot of fun training. And then every time I see these guys now, they're like, "When are you coming back?" So it's a far drive for us, but we do come up every once in a while to come teach a little bit, train, have some fun, also just enjoy LA. Although LA also has his downfalls, but yeah, we'll go eat afterwards. We'll just kind of make a day out of it. So today we brought Sam with us as well, so that'll be super fun. We'll get some good training in, and again, kind of following the theme of this camp, it's been like training in lots of different places, training with lots of different partners, and just having like a lot of different looks and getting input from so many people with different styles has been a really fun way to expand this camp. So that's what we're doing today here in Glendale. But I always feel kind of funny taping my fingers. I always feel like people just kind of do it for no reason. Like, to look cool or something, I don't know. So you're coming here and you're like extending this way? Oh, that's so weird. Okay, here. All right, go. See what happens.
Oh shit, no! I was so just cheating.
That was cheating. You always gotta deceive your opponents.
Oh, that was rule number.
That was from the Laws of Power book. Yeah, I don't know which law it was, but it was in there. Deceive. Okay, go.
Well, I'm not allowed to submit you? No. That's lame.
Okay, so we're going to keep it super simple from the back, but this was like one of those concepts that I don't think anyone taught me until I was black belt, and then really changed the way that I attack the back. So it's really simple, but I find that this like really changed the way that I get, as soon as I get the back, like the way that I'm attacking. Because oftentimes we get to the back, but our maintenance is not very strong, or we go so crazy for the finishes that people are escaping. So we have to develop ways like, how can I continue inching closer to like a devastating finish, whether that means like they've been just smashed and like, you know, they're face down or that, like how am I continuing to accelerate the position, whether it's positionally make it worse or I'm getting towards a submission without exploding too much and losing it, and then we have people scrambling out and turning and back rolling and all that stuff. So we're gonna keep it super simple. I'll start with you this way and then I'll turn the angle in a second. So we're gonna start with our hooks already in. Whether I ended up taking the back from a different position, like say I was in the mount and then I sat through and we ended up on our side, it's fine either way if we're on our side or we're starting to see that like this. Okay, so what we're gonna look at is just how to start attacking the rear naked choke without getting our choking hand peeled off, right? Actually, I'm gonna do this way. So when I'm here with my C-code grip, one important rule of thumb to keep in mind is that I'm always protecting my choking hand, right? We never want to be here because now if she peels off that top hand, then I kind of don't have any control with my arms, okay? But if I'm protecting my choking hand here and she peels off the top arm, then I still am able to control with one independent arm. So it's better than nothing. So I want to be here, and then this is a lot easier for me to regain the position than if I'm here. Right now she has a lot more freedom, especially if we're on our side and she starts hipping out. So I'm always protecting my choking arm, okay? So from here, step one, instead of immediately fighting for my rear naked choke like we normally would, we have like the tendency to be here and then boom, I want to choke her right away. we want to start reaching for the delt, okay? Because oftentimes when I'm coming here and I'm reaching for the choke, it's very easy for her to bring her hands up and grab my fingers, right? Whether it's like legal or not, whether it's 1 or 4 or 3 or whatever, she's gonna be reaching for my fingers. So instead of being here and giving her the opportunity to dig that in, because now once her left hand comes up and she starts peeling this off, I lose a lot of control, I want to reach for her delt, okay? So step 1 is going to be here. Notice how I'm keeping my chin over the shoulder the entire time. This is going to allow me to apply pressure with my head this way, which is what I want, okay? And also it helps her from being able, or stops her from being able to put her head on the ground if she tilts me to the side. Okay, so my chin is on the shoulder. I'm here, I have my elbows nice and tight in the seatbelt, and I'm not loose. All right, so this is where we're starting. Step 1 is I'm gonna take my right hand, I'm gonna reach across to her delt. Okay, so I'm always like punching my opponent in the face with my bicep here. All the time, she loves it. Okay, so here, I'm gonna like spider walk my fingers and crawl across her delt and to the top of her tricep. Okay, this is really important that I stay scrunched in like this. I don't want any space here. Okay, now I'm not choking her yet, but what happens is my right bicep is now connected with her carotid artery, right? Oftentimes what happens, we go for the choke here, she starts attacking my hand, and now my bicep over here is really loose. So even if I do get this locked in, it's very difficult to finish, right? Because I'm not choking her. So when I'm here, I'm reaching over, I'm gluing my right bicep to her carotid artery. Okay, now from this position, instead of focusing on a regular rear naked choke attack, which I can do, I can bring my hand up here and then start to finish here. I also have the option of finishing my short choke, right? So I'm hiding my hand with my chin. I'm gonna take my left hand out, I'm gonna go palm to palm, my right hand's on top. And instead of finishing my short choke just by squeezing, I'm gonna be rotating. So I'm turning my head towards her head, I'm pulling my right elbow back, and I'm finishing here. Right? So obviously it's a little different than usual because we're seated. We don't often end up finishing from this position. So just wanted you guys to be able to see the technique, but now I'll fall to the side and kind of finish where we normally would. So I'm here in the seatbelt grip, okay? So Sam knocked me over, right? She's trying to bring her head to the ground and escape. So I want to keep my chin locked into her trap. So from here, I'm keeping my chin locked to her trap. I'm protecting my choking arm so that this top hand doesn't get peeled off, okay? I want to be here. And notice how I'm always keeping her spine aligned to my spine. Okay, so I'm really bringing my elbows to my rib cage here the entire time I'm holding her. So step 1 is I'm gonna reach my hand to that position on her delt upper tricep. Okay, even if we're on this side, I can do this from either side, but even if I am on this side, it's the same thing. I kind of sneak my right hand underneath. I'm walking my fingers along her chest to the back of her shoulder. Okay, so now my right bicep is glued to her carotid artery. Okay, from here, if I can climb my left hand to my own shoulder, I can cover my hand with my chin, and I can finish the same choke here. Okay, preferably though, if I'm not able to get the choke here, she starts pulling it on my elbow, I don't feel strong enough, I will take this hand out, connect my hands together, and then I'm rotating to the right to finish. Okay, even if I'm like in the process of trying to choke her and I only have this first grip and I'm not able to get my left hand out, oftentimes she's gonna start bridging up and trying to like put her back on top of me here. I can take her to the other side and I can finish the choke the same way I'll do it, okay? So the thing that is the game changer here is that feeling of like I'm punching them in the face with my bicep. Okay, so it's just a different approach to the back from here and like, oh, I'm gonna choke my partner to always being here. This is not gonna knock me over. Okay, so I'm always boom here the entire time. She should always feel threatened with her choke on the right side at all times. Even if I don't want to finish yet. Even if I'm not going to finish the choke, I'm still always here and always collecting this and pulling this in. Okay, so you can just play with that a little bit. Cool. Any questions on this? Cool. Just, you know. All right, let's come 3, 1, 2. So protect your choking hand. So this one's going to be on top. Yeah. And then you're always keeping like your elbows like pulled back. Yeah. So that I don't have space to put my back on the floor. And then from here, you're going to take your right hand and reach to the back of my delt here. And you kind of like, even if I'm like resisting, like just spider. Yeah, exactly. Now see how I'm like already choking and I'm going to be here. So I'm going to be reaching for your hand. So as I'm reaching for my hand, you come out and go palm to palm. Do your palm to palm grip. Take this one out like a, yeah. And then here, use your head to be more over, like your chin. Yeah, I'm going to rotate this way. Ooh, that's horrible. Yeah, that sucks. I know I have like bony arms. No, it's good, it's good. Okay, so first, focus on getting a little bit more on this, and like pull it this way. Okay. And like, and you're just walking, and you're always like here and then trying to grab here. So now you're gonna bring your this way with your left hand on top. Yes, so now put your chin even more over the, and you're gonna start working. Yeah, like you can go like on your form, kind of like you wanna be like really cozy with him. Really like cheek to cheek, and then rotating, rotating left. The main thing that matters is you're just always now coming here, all the time, instead of immediately here. Because anyone high level is always going to be ready to have their hands on their chin and all that. So oftentimes another piece of what will happen, we'll see how much time we have, I might show it, is when you come here and you're kind of over the face and you're trying to choke them, you can take the bottom arm out and then go for the chin. Because you can use this arm to kind of lift their face and then slide the other way. And then switch. Okay, so one other option when I'm here. Oh, first, I guess, any questions on this position? You guys feel pretty I didn't see you guys. You feel good with it though? Yeah, good? Okay. So from here, one of the other options that will happen, especially if my partner is experienced and they know what they're doing, is as I bring my arm over, she's immediately going to be tucking her chin, right? No one wants my right forearm to be sliding under their chin. So from here, again, whether I'm on my side or seated, but seated for the sake of being able to see a little bit more easily, is I want to be sure that I can use this right arm as a lever. So what I mean by that is as I'm like bringing this super tight to her face and my chin is over here, if I can't get under her chin, I can use this arm to lift her face up. So again, just be careful with your partners and make sure they know what you're about to do. But then I can bring this arm out and then my left hand can come under. Now from here, of course, we're going to now switch our head to the other side so that I can finish my choke. And I can finish a traditional rear naked choke where my right arm is now over, my left hand is over my right shoulder, my left hand is sliding over to my left shoulder, my chin is now coming over my forearm, I'm closing my elbows and I'm rotating towards her. Sorry. Or if I'm going for speed or I want to avoid her reaching her hands up or for whatever reason, if I want to switch to my short choke on the other side, then I can just make my gable grip here. Okay, just keep in mind that anytime I'm doing my short choke, the hand that is doing my choking arm is going to be the hand that's on top of the gable grip. Okay, as soon as I come here, I take the blade of the forearm off of her neck, so I don't want that. So I want to be here so the blade stays tight, and then I have that arm on top. Okay, so one more time, I'll show you guys just from laying down as well. So say she knocked me over here. Okay, so step one, I'm going for my original choke, so I'm going to take my right hand, walk this arm through to the back, and I'm connecting my right shoulder to her bicep. Okay, so from here, if I can bring this up, awesome. And you can finish a choke from here, like especially in competition, like anything below the eyes is fair game in my opinion. If they're gonna tap, that's fine. But oftentimes high level people, they're not going to tap from here because they'll endure a lot of pain, but they're not gonna go to sleep, right? So if I am having trouble here, I can use my right arm and start to bring her face up and open up that space. This can be a bit tricky if my left arm is stuck on bottom. It depends how hard she's also fighting off my left hand, because if she's really pushing my hand down, sometimes that actually helps me bring it out, okay? But if I'm not able to take my left hand out here, I can use my my left knee to tilt her up and bring her to the other side, and in transition, boom, I'm coming. Okay, so you have to play with the position a little bit. There are a lot of moments where you'll find the left arm coming up. Typically, seated is going to be the most easy, or of course, like if my partner's face down and I'm in the back mount position, or if they're on the side, I just want to make sure that I can get this arm out, and if I'm not able to get this arm out, then I can start to rotate to the other side, hip escape out, bring them here, and then this one comes in. The main thing that we're just trying to get used to is, instead of insisting, like when we're over the face, that we're finishing the choke, we can actually just use this as a lever to open this up and then go underneath the chin. It's not to say you can't finish on the face, it's just a little less high percent, or it's a little lower percentage. So we want to go for the highest percentage finish always, right? So you use this, boom, pull this up, and then sink this under. And sometimes you'll see, like in competition, this happens like 2 or 3 or 4 times, right? You may come up, boom, and then this one, and then boom, and you're like kind of, boxing with the person's face a little bit until you can find the space underneath their chin and then go through and finish your choke. And then you can either finish regular or you can go into that gable grip too, or the short choke. Okay. Any questions on this one? All right, prepare your faces. Let's go through it. Yeah.
So your thought process initially is just about more than hip choke.
Yes.
So you're
the seatbelt, because what is the first thing he needs to do to escape is put his shoulders on the floor. He needs to disconnect our shoulders, right? And you know how when you lose a hook, you can always, you can keep the seatbelt and then slide back up and reset. So we always want to prioritize the chest to back connection. Yeah. Yes.
So we fell to the side, right?
Okay.
And then I went here.
Yep.
Lifted here.
Nice.
Now do do I stay on this side, go back that side?
So now you can stay on this side, but you put your head on the other side. So you can kind of lift with your right arm and just, yes, that's good.
And then
that's
just
good.
slide there. Boom,
Yep,
right,
you can finish
boom.
here or you can go palm to palm. Yeah, and then
And if he brings me that way, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can just finish here. That's totally fine. Yeah, you just try to switch your head to the other side. And once you're doing enough in training, like you'll just have that automatic response. So that's why I don't get too into the weeds, because sometimes you just have to just feel it.
Figure it out.
Yeah, just figure it out. Yeah, and notice how he always feels like Chad is collecting your trap with his chin. He's like grabbing it with his face. That's what we want to do. Yeah, and again, you might go back and forth sometimes too, like pulling up. Yeah, super fun game. Next. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So a good thing for you to go to the back is always use your chin like Chad was doing to collect your trap. So when you're here, think about your chin like grabbing into his collarbone and pulling it back. Correct. Because his first concern of a knee choke is going to be the positional around the ground. So your head has to stay in between him and the mat.
Okay, got it. So now
You're here because now like, go ahead, Chad, come towards me. He needs to get his head to the floor.
Yeah.
So he's going to be digging his head down, and your job is to keep your chin in the way.
So then
Yes.
he there, boom, boom.
Correct.
And you said, and then if he's like, the chin's still tight, I lift, but then I can't go out to lift and leave him over, right?
Yes. You're going to want to come to the other side. Yes. And then head to the other side. Yes. And you can finish in here. Yeah. So that's a good like rule of thumb. Like if you're on the overhook side, you're trying to choke. If you're on the underhook side, you always want to have your head between his head and the ground. The chin, like grabbing it, is really helpful. I was gonna do that. You know what? If you want it. You know what? Fine.
Try not to kill each other. Like this.
That was like slow motion. Oh god. That was so slow. Oh no. Not the hand over the face.
I did a leg pummel. I'm like, wait, she's sticking to me.
I know you did a good job controlling my hand because I was trying to grab your ankle and I was like, I'm a footsie girl now. Surprise! I'm gonna be like innnnn rolling people at ADCC.
Gracie.
Told you guys. Footsies. All about the footsies. That way we don't break Professor Robert's knee.
I don't know worry about my knee. I just don't want to teach Tuesday and Wednesday. So. Or get you
I see.
Hello, friends.
There's only 8 of them.
I know, I don't know how it happened. There I go.
Move of the day.
Sometimes it takes like 3 or 4 with someone else good
Move
defense.
of the day. That's perfect. It'll look great edited together. Oh my goodness. It's like here's what we're teaching and then here's what doing it.
Gotta love it.
So you're here. So you can put your ribs on
Sorry.
You're good, you're good.
Yeah, thank you.
Drop.
Oh, from seated.
From seated.
Got it.
But what we're doing is like when they go after this ankle, like this, it's
Yeah.
pinching, pulling,
Oh, with that outside leg. Oh, that's interesting.
and then from there, you can start whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting out of that position, the inside hook, but then
Really good.
you have double osher outside
Because
hook.
it just goes here.
Yeah.
It gives you the space to pull this leg
I've
out.
seen that in the gi a lot, I'm sure. Can I see it? So if we're
Seated 50-50.
and he's bringing, yeah.
And so pinch.
Is it this same side arm?
Yeah, pinch. Like,
Got it.
pinch, squeeze. Now put your foot in there like a butterfly.
Here.
Or spider. And then kick out. No, keep it though.
Oh,
Keep it.
that's
So now
crazy.
you have the space to move this
Yeah.
to the outside, or really wherever you want it.
Yeah, if I can like underhook here, I'll probably try to clear too, but
Then if I go
outside.
here, and then if I turn this way,
Yeah. Oh, that's fun.
it was really simple, and it was really kind of like cool for me
Yeah.
to see, because
Nice.
I just sit there and fight it.
We can switch back and forth. So like I'll start top and then we'll switch to floor, we'll switch to the top. Sound good? Geometry.
Deeper into it, pull up, see? Yep. Yeah. You can retire. In fact, you should retire.
No, the hooks are still in there.
I suck.
No, you're still surviving. And we're gonna smash me.
What? Get on my back. Oh no.
All right, now you get to be on top. Don't worry.
Fuck.
Does it feel a little like how Chris was saying, like You're just kind of making them suffer and
Yeah.
get what you want kind of thing.
About like that.
Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, sorry.
We're doing this right.
So, guess if your foot was on the outside here. So here's where you want.
How do you know?
You had both your feet on this side.
Oh, that
And then-
don't work?
Correct. I think you may have had your knee like kind of here.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back. But here the problem is you can't stop my hip from coming up. Whereas over here, you can put your foot on my hip. And then you can extend and I can't come towards you.
So don't try that shit next month.
Basically. It's a good thought though. Connections are there. Yeah.
Okay, now my leg's here. So now I can do
So here you can foot lock me. Yes. Because you have this foot,
here.
push here. And I'm going to try to come here. Because I want to be on the
Can you do that? I know.
You can, but there's other ways to finish. Like, you can keep this hook here, go belly down, and that's when you see. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's an option too.
Yeah.
Right. Let's do it.
Fuck.
You still got this one, you still got this one. So if you can, you want to try like extending with this foot. And like Doris might see me this way. So if you have an underhook, like get an underhook here, you can Nice. If you have a butterfly hook, you're safe.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So, like this? Yeah. Like this? And then she brought me over.
So what
And then when she goes here, then I can go like this, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So the only thing that was missed there, because that's what would have been awesome, is when I was here, I created like, go ahead with the pressure. I created a lot of space, and then as you came back, I went to the underhook and I swept in from there.
So she pushes me.
But if I'm here, you can switch me to the other side.
I usually change my angle, so like if I feel like someone's ever gonna come up into me, my knees always don't come up. My knees always come into this side.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, so I don't have to bring
Hip.
it in and just cross it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just like her hip's not gonna face that way. If, like that's what I did with AJ. It's because he always wants to like feed the lapel and come up, so I was always like circling to this side here. So like they want to go that way, and it's just not possible.
Yeah.
So here, boom, push. Boom.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mount. Yes.
And this one is just right there, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
They really for underhooks too.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
You're gonna have PTSD in your arms right
I don't know.
I felt like that was about to happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
sticky toes caught me.
If you can, hold that right hand.
Only the right one?
Yes.
How about knee bars? How do you feel about that?
You can do anything.
How about heel hooks?
Hey, you're good to go.
No one really likes it.
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
Is it masochist?
Yeah.
Some people are. They like really like being submitted. I have questions. I have questions.
Always questionable.
Always questionable.
I do like a heel hook.
You can, it's totally fine.
Thank you.
So like, man, you got this not too much, like maybe something like here. Because here I'm gonna like this feeling try to come this under. So if I'm like this way, then I'm really going yeah, now it's not so much of that here. And it's going away. Make sure if I
Thank God. As soon as I pulled butterfly, I was like, no. Why, Sam? You got so so scary.
but if I'm more like here,
really missed you on your hand.
We're really close. Big pump sweep screen again. The bump sweep, Kimura flow. Although, ADCC wise, I don't think I scored because I had your back flat, but I don't think for 3. I think you, I don't know, I'd have to watch back, but I think you might have turtled early enough that I didn't score from it. So I would have had back points, but not sweep. That's the thing that's so different about it.
You gotta hold it for 3, right?
GGF, if you stay on top, you get your points. Yeah. But at ADCC, they have to be on their back specifically. But I'd have to watch back and see if it was 3 seconds. And it's a good cue because I didn't even think about that. I was like, oh, mount. I didn't think about like score, like, oh, even if I'm playing guard or passing. Because for points, it would have been better to stay passing. However, then it gave me the back. So it's kind of like the points versus kill mentality.
If you didn't go to my back, because you had this, if you just like got me down then, did you score yet? Or we didn't know because it was longer than a certain period?
I don't know. I need to ask Saul about that. But come to turtle and then put you on your back. But I don't think so because I think you're just like recovering guard. So if because I was trying to decide if I wanted to half you or not.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, if I half her to her back.
I know, I could feel you like in there.
Deciding.
So I was like,
I know, it was good. I was like, I need to mount her though to score. In my head, that's what I thought. Like, so if her legs get inside, I'm gonna be screwed.
Yeah.
So then I was like, just go for the back, and then the points came from there.
Yeah.
So it was good. Yeah, I feel good. Man, the sweep that you came up on the double guard situation was really good because I felt like you were really close to me. So oftentimes people try to sweep and there's like a lot of distance and you can like technical stand up, but you were like so hooked into me that by the time you came up I was like, if I try to disconnect I'm gonna get my guard passed, like so I have to stay connected. Because then we were what, 50-50 or something?
Yeah, because remember during the specific training, when I'd come up, I would kind of like do a technical thing.
Yeah, and then
you just like bulldoze me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we try to
stay close. Yeah. And I think it puts you, well, there's like pros and cons. It puts you in a good passing position if you have good leg position. But then for me, I can kind of decide, like, do I want to try to disengage? And then if I do that, because you're close to me, you're going to pass, because I have to like get bad position. But if you give you space, then I can come up square. So yeah, it was good. It's just a good reminder too, like, if it's submission only or no points, like go back and forth, do whatever. But in those moments, like if that had been points, I would have needed to be a lot more conscientious of like keeping your weight back on your back instead of allowing you to sit up like me.
Yeah.
So
it was funny when you were like, especially when I pulled butterfly like a freaking idiot. I was thinking my mom in the car, saying like, as soon as Kendall's on top, the match is over. I'm like, no, Mom.
Her mom's at home with her big iPad, like filming the flow grappling on the TV, like filming it, and Sam's like, it's already recorded, you don't need to do that. We've done it, we finished. At the end of training is always like, now it's over, like every single time. Anyway, no, we had a great training here. It's always super fun to come train at GB Glendale, keeping the legacy alive. Professor Robert's the best, and we always get a good group here. Sometimes it's bigger than others, but I think one of the coolest things that Robert does is like, no matter the size of the training, there's always super high level people in the room, and he brings in like different experts and we all kind of share teaching the class. So it ends up being really, really fun. Last time Chris and I taught, this time we had a couple different instructors. It was super cool and great training. Did some specific training with Mario too, which was really fun. Man, last time we trained, I'm glad it's not recorded because he tried to kill me. I had like a fat, bloody lip. Oh my God, it was insane. Like, not because like anyone was malicious, it was just an insane round. We were like all over the place. But today we like chilled a little more, did some specific training. He was asking questions. I think he has a lung infection or something, someone told me. Anyway, it was great. Had a fun time. Got some good rounds in with Sam as well and some of the other guys. And I think today, like, some trainings are really like skill development focused, and I've talked about this a little bit before, but I typically have like one super hard training of the week. Oftentimes that Sunday is a lot of long rounds, a lot of wrestling, a lot of craziness. Then I have like 4 more like moderate skill building days, a lot of specific training, really focusing in on like what the topic is of the week. And then I have one day that's kind of just like fun. Like I just throw like the fun training in there and kind of do what I want. And that was today. And it's just like keeping it light so that I don't get fatigued, not just physically, but like mentally. Because if you're only going in for skill development and smashing every single day, like man, it's exhausting, which is great. I need to be doing that. But also having a day where I just get to go have fun and roll and do whatever is great. So that's what I did today, kind of shake like the dust off of things being so intense and skill focused, especially after I had like a pretty hard training session last night. It was super fun. So now we get to go eat, which is the most important part of this day. Man, what was the story that we were gonna tell? Not the what? Well, we can tell the massage one too, but what's the other one that we were saying?
Oh, I was at Starbucks the other day.
Oh my gosh, we're in LA. It's the perfect
We're
time
in
to tell it.
California. Yeah, I was just doing my work on my computer, and I'm doing a hunter safety class, so I can go hunting with my dad.
In case you couldn't tell from her little accent, she said hunter. Like, pew, pew, pew.
What did I sound like?
Hunter training?
Hunters safety. And the lesson of the day was on, I think it was called like knowing your shotgun and
Your rifles, right?
Your rifles and shotguns or something like that. And so I had like a diagram of guns, obviously, because you had to like know the different parts. And this girl behind me was very triggered by the picture of the gun, and she told me that she wanted me to leave because it was very insensitive to be looking at guns given what happened in the country.
Considering the attempted Trump assassination happened 2 days prior, so she can't have her laptop open.
So she felt very unsafe, and I was like, you feel unsafe? I was like, it's a hunting class. It says on here.
And it's a
like,
photo.
It was not even a photo. It was a drawing. It was not even. So yeah, that was my little
Starbucks, bro. Then she goes and tells the employees. She tells the employees because Sam wouldn't leave, and she wanted to get the employees to make Sam leave because she was looking at this thing. Meanwhile, this Starbucks is not a tiny Starbucks. She could have gone and sat somewhere else in the building, but she took her little charger and went between Sam's leg on the ground and plugged it in on the floor between her legs, and there was a charger next to her. I'm like, some people are just looking to be offended.
And I'm a very non-confrontational gal, so I was like, I don't know.
But if I was, I was like, I wish I would have been there. I wish I would have been there. And I was like, dude, don't make my Chicago friend think that California sucks, okay? I'm
I
trying to bring
know.
her back. Don't make her think we're all so problematic.
I
and
don't
triggered.
think that. My mom's from California, so
That's true.
yeah, and she's lovely.
Hashtag triggering.
Crazy. Anyways,
Anyway, we're here in Glendale and we're accepting LA for what it is today. I don't know if we go into Starbucks to try it again, but we'll see. We have another story to tell you too, but it's for more sensitive time.